What are two questions that a lot of people have when they contact us either for a childbirth injury case or a medical malpractice case? What are these two questions? Want to hear the answer? Stay with me as I share with you this very important information. Hello, I'm Marcus Boston, and I am a childbirth and medical malpractice attorney practicing law here in the state of Maryland. And I would like to talk with you today quickly about two questions. We get these two questions a lot from individuals who are at the start of this process. Now, before I get into the first issue that I want to talk with you about, I want to remind you that what I'm going to talk with you about today is general information, that you are going to have to be sure to speak with your own personal attorney about the details of your case. All right, so here we are. The first question that a lot of people have is, well, how much is this going to cost? How much is it going to cost me if I contact an attorney for a childbirth or a medical malpractice case in Maryland? Like I said, remember, you got to make sure that you talk specifically with your attorney about it. But in general, how most attorneys in Maryland handle these types of cases is through what we call a contingency fee agreement. And essentially what we're talking about when I say a contingency fee agreement is that the attorney will put up the cost, or will put up the money for the case, and at the end, the attorney for the legal fee will take a percentage, an agreed upon percentage between you and the attorney or the law firm. The lawyer will take an agreed upon percentage as to the legal fee. Now, some things that you want to make sure that you talk with your attorney about are costs. For example, who's going to be responsible for the cost? Are you going to be responsible for the cost if you win or lose the case, or is the attorney just going to be responsible for the cost? So just be sure that you talk with your attorney about that. But like I said, in general, most attorneys in Maryland with these types of cases are going to do them in a contingency fee agreement. And in that, like I said, that means that the attorney is going to take an agreed upon percentage at the end of the case if you win the case. The second question that we get asked a lot is, well, Mr. Boston, how do I know if I am the victim of medical malpractice? Or how do I know if my childbirth injury case will be successful? We get that question a lot. Most people don't want to get really deep into this process and then find out, you know what? Hey, you don't have a case, or you're doing depositions and all of a sudden everything just falls apart. Well, what most attorneys are going to do to help prevent this is do a very thorough investigation on the front end. Guys, remember, these cases take a lot of time and a lot of work has to go into a medical malpractice or a childbirth injury case. And your attorney is going to take some time and interview you, get your medical records, look over everything, and get a medical expert to take a look at everything too. That medical expert is going to be there to explain to the attorney, and your attorney will explain to you the issues that are present. Did the treating doctor or hospital fall below the standard of care, causing your injury or your harm? That's a big question that you have to figure out and deal with. And these issues are dealt with in the investigation. So that's how your attorneys can help you understand whether you have a good case or not, and should you go forward with everything. Now, why have I taken the time today to talk with you about these two important issues? Because like I said earlier, we get these questions a lot. And if you are watching this video, more than likely you're thinking the same thing. You're wondering, are you the victim of medical malpractice, or was your child's injury at birth, was that caused because of something that the hospital or the doctors did or did not do? You have these questions and you are trying to find answers. Well, this is what I invite you to do if you know that, you know what, it's now time for me to talk with somebody. And remember, it costs you absolutely nothing to take this next action. And what is that action? Go ahead and pick up the phone and give me a call. I can be reached at 301-850-4832, or if you prefer, you can send me an email to medicalinjury@bostonlawllc.com. Guys, we answer medical malpractice and childbirth injury case questions like yours all the time, and I'll be glad to take some time and listen to your story. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorneys here at Boston Law Group, LLC, and we will see you next time. Guys, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.